Okay. Now, today is Friday, and as you walk out of this class, I just want you to understand why do we learn horizontal translation or horizontal is also called horizontal shift. I'll use the word horizontal shift. So how this horizontal translation connects to in our real life? Of course, we may not exactly apply it, but is there any connection to it? Okay. So that's how the learning target is. Can a student? I want you to understand that can we apply this to real life? Now here is an example which clearly shows by just looking at it. It shows on the x-axis is the time passed from 0. How many minutes passed? That's the x-axis. So it's the input. Then the y-axis is the distance traveled when you drive a car. So that shows you the y-axis, the output. So input and output. Then what I did also is I marked those points. So what does this basically means is markers. I use the student's name just to feel like you are like part of it. So markers, I use also MX. What is M stands for is, usually in maths we use S or F. I'm using M here. MX, so get that right. It's just the output, the distance traveled, get it? What is MX means? So MX basically, so just want to make sure we get this. MX is distance traveled. So this is the distance traveled by Marcus for X minutes or after, I'll just make it like after X minutes. Is that okay? So that this point basically means after 1 minute, the distance traveled by Marcus is 1 mile. And that's what I showed you right here. The M of 1 is 1. That means there's an ordered pair, 1 in 1. 1 minute, 1 mile covered, distance traveled. 2 minutes, 2 miles covered. So M of 2 is 2. M of 3 is 3, agree? M of 4 is 4. So I took the same number because of, to make it a little easy. I could have given, okay, 1 is 1.5 and then become confusion. 2 is 3. 3 is 4.5. 4 is 6. So then that's like decimal point creates a problem. So I took an easy one to understand this. So what are we supposed to do is graph of distance covered by Marcus. There it is. This is given. So this part is given. There's a mistake I did. I'm using X, so I take this T. Actually we use, because it's the time, I should have used T, but I don't want you to get confused. So let's use it at X. X stands for time. So many minutes pass from the beginning. So minutes from the start is shown. ELianna begins driving 2 minutes late. 2 minutes late with speed same as Marcus. So she does not change. Remember, she starts with this 2 minutes later. That means, ELianna, what did you do here? Where did you start? 2 minutes. So where did you begin your first point? Here? Or you started here? Okay, very good. How many of you started here? Thumbs up. 2 minutes, I see only 1, 2, no. So 2 minutes later means this distance was Marcus, right? Marcus starts with 0, 0. Now 2 minutes later means from 0, watch this. This orange 0 is right here is, now it is 2, 0. Do you see that? What's the color that I use? The orange color is important, the input. So Marcus, it begins 0 minutes, but ELianna input is 2. Make sense? Because she begins 2 minutes late. And then if she starts 2 minutes late, what do you think will be after one? Once ELianna, after 1 minute, what happens? What do you see? How much distance does ELianna cover? because of the speed, you are going to cover this every minute. How many miles? 1 minute, 1 mile, right? So if I start it 1 minute from here to here, correct? 1 minute. The distance traveled will be this point. Agree? Do you agree what I'm doing? So the distance is this one is 3. So let's write that. So this is 3 and 1. Agree? So this point is 3, 1. Okay. Then if after 2 minutes, this one is only for Marcus. ELianna. So after 4 minutes, it means she begin late, right? That's why. So it starts from here to here. This is the one. But if it is here, then where will be the point? Next point will be. So for ELianna, this is ELianna's, let's say 2 minutes. With those 2 minutes, she covers distance this one. Agree? Yes or no? Headline, do you agree? So this part is. I know this is very easy, but I just want to make sure in real life how it works. We could have easily written the answer. So this 3, this is 4. 4 is 2. Agree? Marcelo, any question? Then ELianna, after 3 minutes, what does ELianna's distance will be? Again, 3 miles because she covers the same distance, right? So after 5 miles, ELianna's distance will be, 1, 2, and 3. That's the distance of. So this will be 4 and. So it is 5 here. It is 5. I want to use the orange color, sorry. So this is 5, but the distance covered is. I'll stick only these 3 points and then graph it. Okay? So the graph is this one. Again, it's not perfect graph, but just want to show. Did it make sense to you so far? It's just that because ELianna also drives with the same speed, it's the only thing is the input. So the input change. If this is orange 0, it is 2. So if it is 1, now it is 3. If it is, see, look at the distance, the height. So if this is 2, this is 4. If this is 3, and that is 5. Do you see the orange color? So I want you to focus on 0 minutes, 2 minutes. She starts 2 minutes late. If then this is 1 after 1 minute. So this is not exactly drawn like somewhere here. So 1 minute, and so the distance traveled by Marcus is always the same as distance traveled by ELianna, but 2 minutes later. Got it? So whatever the distance traveled by ELianna is always whatever distance traveled by Marcus 2 minutes earlier. Make sense? Again, I repeat it. This is the hard part. You may be getting confused now. Last time, do you remember I said if you see a graph shifted to the right, last time, if you have this m of x, how do we graph this one? Okay, watch this. Let's see. And so first part is did we completed ELianna begins driving 2 minutes late with the same speed. We completed the graph. We finished, at least we know this one, right? Do we know yes or no? My question, everybody got this much at least. Okay. And the next part is, watch this. So the distance. Now I'm going to speak about the height. Okay, look at this. So the distance traveled by ELianna is 0. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So my question is, let me start writing like this. Watch. This is really good. If I write ELianna I, okay, the distance traveled by ELianna in 2 minutes. I mean, now this is comparing from here, like, okay, 0, this is where Marcus started, and ELianna begins 2 minutes later, right? So that means what is the distance of ELianna's here? What should I write here? What is the distance? What is the output you see here? What's the output? 0, correct? Look at this. Because 2 minutes, you did not even cover nothing. You just begin, right? So that means this is 0, agree? Do you see how it is? So the distance of ELianna is 0 at 2. And this was same as Marcus's distance. Marcus's distance. This, so I'm going to write down 2. So this was 2. So the Marcus was at 0. Look at this. Means 2 minutes earlier, that was like 2. So if this is black 2, let's write it black 2. So 2 minus 2 minutes earlier. Can you see that? So this is like distance. That was the same distance what Marcus was 2 minutes earlier. Correct? So this is 2 minus 2. So 2 minus 2, that means which is equal to m of 0. Or I can write, instead of writing this, let's write this is same as Marcus's distance when he was 0. Look at this. Which is 2 minus 0. A lot of confusing letters there. Watch this. This means I'm writing to few more and you'll get it. So I2 is the ELianna's distance covered after 2 minutes is 0. But that was what Marcus's distance covered 2 minutes earlier. So sorry, this is 2 minus 2. Because 0 means 2 minus 2. Okay. If I write I3, what is the distance covered by ELianna at after 3 minutes? Now when I say after 3 minutes means everything begins from 0. So can somebody tell me what is the distance covered by ELianna in 3 minutes? What is the output here? 1, correct? Nobody is saying yes or no? So the distance traveled by ELianna is 1 mile. Do you agree, ELianna? Agree, right? But that distance was covered by Marcus how many minutes? That the same distance of ELianna's was the, if you see it, if you go along horizontally, when did Marcus complete that? What is this part? Do you see this 1? That means Marcus has already done this 2 minutes earlier. That is at 1. This is at 1. So I'm going to write 1 here, which is same as m, and this was 3 minus 2. You see that? So how do you get 1 is it is 3 minus 2. And the same thing we can write IF4 is, what is the distance traveled by ELianna in 4 minutes? Can you tell me? And you can see clearly it's the height, right? So that means in 4 minutes, what is this, the distance traveled by ELianna? What is this? 2. So we'll put it like a 2. But that distance was already being done by Marcus 2 minutes before. So it means Marcus has done already 2 minutes before. Look at this. So I can write this. It's the same distance traveled by Marcus in 2 minutes from the beginning. And this is same as 4 minus 2. Do you see that? That means if I put a variable ix, if Lianna's distance travel in x minutes, now x could be 7, 8, 9, anything. So that is equals, can I write directly as m of what? What should I write there? Let's use a color to this. So this I will write Can somebody help me?
Good morning, please excuse this interruption. All U of A admitted seniors and any classes who would like to attend the imposter syndrome presentation, please go to the auditorium at the start of CCP. Again, all U of A admitted seniors and any classes who would like to attend the imposter syndrome presentation, please go to the auditorium at the start of CCP. Thank you, have a great day.
Okay, I'm just finishing in 2 minutes. Watch this final part, okay? I know these are too many symbols. I know it is confusing. We could have just remembered, oh, Rebello, you told last time if the graph shifts to the right, just put minus. Do anybody remember that? Nobody. Okay, watch this. So if this is 2, so distance covered by Lianna, whatever that is 2, that's the distance 2 minutes earlier, minus 2. Do you see that? Minus 2. If it is 3 minutes, then it is 3 minus 2. If it is 4 minutes, watch the color. So just watch this black. So 2 minutes, it is black 2 minus the blue 2. If it is 3 minutes of Lianna, it is the black minus the blue 2. If it is 4, then it is a black 4 minus the blue 2. If it is x, what should I write? And that's the last part. How do I write this? 2 minus 2, 3 minus 2, 4 minus 2. What should I write there? Marcus. So it is x minus. Do you see that? Nobody say yes or no. Watch this. So the goal was, instead of spending 20 minutes, all this, I could have just told you, hey, if this is Marcus, mx, then Lianna is just m or Lianna I is x minus 2. That's it. But then your question is, Rebello, the graph has moved 2 units to the right. Why the hell I'm writing my minus 2? It should be plus 2. Student's question. Because the graph looks like moving to the right. And that's why everybody thinks, no, it should be plus 2. But that's not how it is. You can clearly see the Lianna's distance covered is always the same as Marcus, because Marcus did it 2 minutes before. Do you get what I said? Marcus' distance travel already was done 2 minutes earlier, and that's why we have to write that Ix is Marcus's distance 2 minutes earlier. I mean, that's the beautiful equation. Did you get now something? It's called horizontal shift. So I wanted to end this, hopefully this you understand that. I know this is a little confusing. Everybody gets it. Oh, Rebello, just if it is right, if it moves to the right, everybody says put minus 2. But this class I wanted to show you, why do you put minus 2? Is it just like that? A teacher tells you? No, there is a reason. You can see the output of Lianna was already being done by Marcus 2 minutes before. Did you hear what I said? The distance traveled by Lianna was already covered by Marcus how many minutes before? 2 minutes before. That's why that's x minus 2. Hope that makes sense. And we will do about vertical shift in the next class Monday. What about if something starts earlier? So those things will work next. Can you?